So let's move up the meter to sincerity. What's happening in sincerity, and how do I catch that, or how do I notice that?
What's happening is people are honestly saying what's on their mind, which is great. When you're managing negotiations like we have around the world, that somebody's giving you a sincere opinion is wonderful compared to withholding or lying. So we want to honor it, that people saying what's on their mind is brave relative to pretense, and that's something to respect. The problem is that people tend to relate to their own perceptions as an accurate reflection of reality, and it's just simply not true. So I'll give you an example of something that shows me that I sincerely mean it may not be valuable enough. So between 1989 and 2007, in the United States, there have been 211 people released from prison because DNA evidence proved they could not have actually committed the crime they'd been convicted of. 77% of those people were convicted on eyewitness testimony. People who sincerely believed, yeah, it was her, or, yeah, it was him, and it wasn't. So that I perceive it does not equal it is true. We know that intellectually, however, emotionally, people actually believe that if I think that's what you meant, that's what you meant. If I had this reaction, well, it's justified by something that you did. That my emotional, sincere reaction to what's happening around me, I tend to relate to like it's valid, it's accurate, and beyond question. In fact, the question is, what do I do now? Not, do I call into question my perceptions? So, sincere conversations, while they're way better than pretense because they let people know what's on each other's mind, we can arrive at a sincere opinion faster than we can connect to perceptions other than our own. So that's why we say it's not enough. It's not just cheerleading people into, don't be afraid, live out loud, say what you really think. Right, and if you do that in a way that is disconnected from the purposes, concerns, and circumstances of other people who share that situation, you'll be creating waste and danger for yourself, especially in an organizational context. You can actually have people make up things about you that damage your career. So we want people to get beyond that. We acknowledge the bravery of it. However, it's based in an emotional, unearned certainty that my reactions are completely valid. We say that's dangerous. No human being has got a corner on the truth.
You know, it seems as though our society spends a lot of time in this quadrant. If I flip through very many channels on television in the evening, I'll come across some show where it's made up of people really aggressively and violently perpetuating and defending their opinion as if it were true.
Yeah, we think that most of what we see in political discourse, especially programs that are based on political discourse, there's actually no improvement in the discourse. People come in with a stuck, sincere point of view. They believe in what they're saying, we think, for the most part, even though the people that disagree with them think you must be crazy. There's no commingling of the thinking. There's very little research into what might be valid over there. We have worked with negotiators representing countries before who've really gotten to a place where they tell us the truth, that they think, well, if I actually learn from the other side, I feel like a traitor to my country. Well, we have people that think if I actually learn something from the other side, I'm a traitor to my party or my ideology. We think that that shows that the best it gets is sincere opinion in those conversations. And the impenetrable opinion is hugely, hugely costly because it means that we stay stuck or regress in terms of connection. Now let's get out of politics and go back to the things people are normally in every day. If I get in a sincere argument with somebody and I've got position power over them, so a parent, a boss, I will tend to drive people into pretense. And then the amount of supervision things take afterward goes way up. And yet I think I have a right to that. I'm the dad or I'm the boss. People will often misuse position power based on a sincere explanation that I don't have enough time or I know better. And what it really does is drive people away. They may look like they're around, but now, for instance, I'm teaching my children to not tell me what they really think. Because if it doesn't automatically get approved by my sincere 0 to 3 second reactions, they're in trouble. And now disclosure starts to dissipate and trust along with it. So sincere, way better than dishonest. Not enough.